Hello everyone. Good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we discussed about some important chapter of your GK book, GK exercise. Okay. Now today we are going to discuss some important chapter of your GK book, and in order to discuss the chapter we take the chapter flowering plants. We discuss about the chapter flowering plants. Okay, we discuss about the chapter flowering plants, which is a very important chapter for your syllabus. So please dear students, listen carefully, and after discussion you revise that chapter and learn all things which is involved in that chapter. So please listen carefully dear students. Flowering plants can be defined as those plants which can produce flowers, fruits and seeds. First, which is very important line, means flowering plants can be defined as those plants which can produce flowers, fruits and seeds. They are completely different. Dear student, they are completely different from non-flowering plants. Okay, they are also called the angiosperm. So dear student, if we ask a question, if flowering plants are known as in other name, what is the other name of flowering plant, then you uh, says that angiosperm. There is flowering plants are also known as angiosperms. Flowering plants are the largest group within the plant kingdom. Yes, flowering plants are the largest groups within the plant kingdoms. They are around 2,60,000 species of flowering plants, and about 90% species are identified. So in this way we can say that different flowering plants are the largest group within the plant kingdom. Now we take some important flowering plant which given in your chapter. So let us read about some flowering plants which is very important for you. First of all is aquatic plants. Dear students, aquatic plants are also termed as the hydrophytes. Aquatic plants also termed as hydrophytes or aquatic macrophytes. Okay, live within watery environment. Means aquatic plants live in a watery environment. In the ecosystem, aquatic plants serves as food and habitat for animals living in the sea, and prevent shorelines. Okay, ponds and lakes from the erosion by the providing soil stability. So in this way we can say that aquatic plants is very important for our nature and ecosystem, because they balanced all our things near the marine. Okay, now we discuss about the antelope bush. Bush means jhadi, you know that jhad. Antelope bush, there's no shrubs that is moderate, shrubs झाड़ियाँ जो होती हैं, shrubs that is moderate to very deep rooted with ecotype variations, with wide ecotype variation. It is normally 2 to 6 feet in height and up to 8 feet in width. Okay, with a wedge shaped 3-lobed leaves. Leaves can vary in color from gray green to bright green. Okay, some plants have branches near the soil. Flowers bloom in late spring to early summer. Okay, now we discuss about the aconite. Aconite is also types of plants, and aconites are one of the first bulb flowers. So if I ask you question, which plants is known as bulb flowers, then you write your answer is aconite. Aconite plants are also known as the first are known as the bulb flowers to bloom in the spring and are known for their cheerful yellow colors. Okay, now we discuss about the ageratum. It comes in blue pink and white blooms. The taller varieties are best for cutting and displaying in your home, while the dwarf bedding varieties the best kept in the garden. Okay, now we discuss about the next and last of that chapter, basket of gold. Now we discuss about the types of flowering plant, which is basket of gold. Okay, with bright yellow low growing flowers, no wonder where the basket of gold got its name from, given its short height and golden color. Okay, this makes for a perfect addition to a rock garden or xeriscape. So in this way, dear student, this is very important chapter for your syllabus. Okay, now we discuss that chapter. Now you can revise that chapter and please learn all important things of that chapter. Okay, now dear students, now we discuss about the chapter, your next chapter, when plants turn deadly. Now we discuss about the chapter when plants turn deadly. Now we discuss about the chapter when plants turn deadly. So which is very important chapter. So please listen carefully. Plants play a very important, dear students, plants play a very important role in our lives. Okay, they provide us food, shelter and air to breathe. Okay, but here some plants that are not safe. To eat or even touch. So here some plants, generally plants are very useful for us and they give us the provide the food, shelter and air to breathe. But here we discuss some plants which are not safe and not safe to eat or even touch. यहाँ तक कि उस छूने में भी वो खतरा हो सकता है. Now we discuss some that type of plants. So please listen carefully. Dear students, now first is, it is a highly poisonous mushroom. In first we discuss it is highly poisonous mushroom. It is responsible for almost 90% of death from eating fungi. It poison causes severe diarrhea and the vomiting. So this type of, what is the name of that? This is also called the death cap. Okay, it is the highly poisonous mushroom and it is responsible for almost 90% of deaths from the eating fungi. And its poisons causes diarrhea and vomiting. Okay, now this is called as the death cap. Now we discuss about the second one. It is also known as lady glove. Symptoms of its poisoning include a low pulse rate, nausea, vomiting and the cardiac arrest, and that is known as the purple foxglove. One important question from here, if ask that question as which plant known as the lady glove, then your answer is purple foxglove. Means purple foxglove is also known as the lady's glove. Now we discuss next plant. Let's see, listen carefully. This plant is very famous as a food. It is turned green. There are the possibilities that it may contain solanine, which is a poison. This is known as the potato. Okay, now we discuss next. It is used by the South American Indian. It is used generally by the South American Indian tribes to make their arrows poisonous for hunting, and that plant is known as a curare. Curare is the plant which is used by the South American Indian and Indian tribes to make their arrows poisonous for hunting. Now we discuss next plant, which is also known as known as Nux vomica. Nux vomica. Poisons nut and quaker buttons. It is found in India and Myanmar. Almost all parts of this plant contain poison. Almost all part of this plant contain poison. This plant is known as Kuchla tree, which is very poisonous plant. Now we discuss about the next plant, which is which is last of that chapter. This plant is native. This plant is native to Europe, North Africa, and Western Asia. Its foliage and berries are extremely toxic. It contains a poison called the atropine. It has a long history of use as the medicine. So, and that plant known as the deadly nightshades. Okay, so yes, so in this way, and one important thing is that chapter. Did you know water hemlock is closely related to a poison hemlock, the plant that famously killed Socrates. Water hemlock has been deemed the most violently toxic plant in North America. Now, in this way, dear students, we discuss that chapter. Now, you revise that chapter and learn so many things which is very important for that chapter. Okay, for you. Now, dear students, we discuss about the hunter in the sky. Now we discuss about your next chapter, which is hunters in the sky. Hunters in the sky, which is also very important chapter for you. Dear students, birds are colorful creatures. We all know that, dear students, the birds are colorful creatures of flight. Many of them flightless. Dear students, birds are colorful creatures of flight. Many of them are flightless. There are some birds that are fierce hunters and fly high in the sky. Okay, now let's see. We discuss first hunter of the sky is these Eurasian birds. These Eurasian birds are bald-headed vultures with a bluish grey neck, and they feed on decaying flesh of dead animals. This word is known as Eurasian black vultures. So, first para refers to which sky hunter. That name is Eurasian black vultures. Okay, now we discuss second high hunter, sky hunter of that chapter. These predatory birds having the largest wingspan of 3 meters are scavengers that feed on carcasses of large animals. These endangered birds also raid the nests of the other birds for eggs and young hatchling. This one, that para refers to the Andean condor. The Andean condor, that para refers to a sky hunter named as Andean condor. Now we discuss third para, which is these are the largest North American flight birds. Though they weigh about 12 kg, they can still fly. They can still fly at a height of 4,500 meters, even against strong air currents. So very dangerous high sky hunter, dear students. It can still fly a height of 4,500 meters, even against the strong air current. Okay, these scavengers build their nests in cliffs under large rocks or in natural hole like tree hole. Just that refers to Californian condor. Okay, now we discuss next sky hunter. These endangered national birds of Philippines are skilled predators. They fly and prey on flying lemurs and palm seaweed. Sadly, they are on the brink of extinction, and that para refers to Philippine eagle. Philippine eagle. Now we discuss next one is these national birds. These national birds of Mexico can dive. Dear student, these national birds of Mexico can dive at an amazing speed of 240 km per hour. So its speed is 240 km per hour. They feed on rabbits, squirrels and birds that they snatch up even from the ground, and they also feed on caracas, and that para refers to golden eagle. Okay, so that para refers to golden eagle. Now we discuss next birds, which is a very dangerous sky hunter. These birds get their name from the folds, okay, of skin of leopards on the sides of their necks. They eat small insects. Dear student, this bird eat the small insects, birds and caracas, instead of looking for or smelling our food. They look out for other birds and follows their movement to locate food, and that will refer to leopard-faced vulture. Leopard-faced vulture. Now we discuss next para. Found in the and now we discuss next para, dear students. Found in the rainforest of tropical Africa. Means that sky hunter, which is very dangerous bird, found in the rainforest of tropical Africa. This eagle measured, dear student, this eagle measures around 90 centimeter long, and has a 2-meter wingspan. This powerful and aggressive eagle is also known as the leopard of the air. Its main killing weapons are its deadly talons, and that pair refers to African crowned eagle. African crowned eagle. Okay. Now we discuss next para, dear student. These excellent birds of prey. These excellent birds of prey are named after a green mythological monster. They are found preying in the canopy of rainforest in the Central and South America. Their favorite prey are monkeys and sloths. Okay, and that para refers to harpy eagle. That para refers to harpy eagle. Now we discuss next one, which is these endangered vultures. This is endangered vultures live in the mountainous areas. These endangered vultures live in the mountainous areas, fighting for caracas to feed on, and that para refers to the students Himalayan vulture. So Himalayan vulture is the endangered vultures, okay, which is find in live in the mountainous areas. Now we discuss next one. One of the largest birds. This para refers to one of the largest birds of prey in Europe. These birds live in the Alps, often called bone eaters. They extensively feed on bones and the marrow inside. For this, they carry up the bones in their claws or beaks and drop them to the ground from 80-meter height. Okay, in the air to crack the bones open and then feed on the marrow, and that para refers to, dear student, the lammergeier, means breeder bearded vulture. That will refer to bearded vulture. In this way, dear student, we discuss that chapter. Now we are going to discuss. Now we are going to discuss the chapter Speak Up and Be Safe. We discuss about the next Speak Up and Be Safe. Speak up and be safe. Speak up and be safe. Now let's take. Dear student, this is not a game for fun. It is a game for developing your life skill. It is the developed for two players. Rules and some as in the snakes and ladders. Now here, dear students, you have coined a funny. This is very easy chapter, and dear student, that chapter you can read very carefully. A boy in your school neighborhood always teases you and threatens you to do something that can harm your reputation, harm you are very worried. You did not share your problem with anyone. And next para refers to you have a coined and a funny nickname for your friend. For your friend does not like it. She has requested you several times not to call her by the nickname, but you did not care. Okay, and next one is you are the passing through the corridor of your school. A student pass a few remarks on you or remarks on you that hurt you. You came to your classroom and wept for a while. So dear student, in that chapter is very easy. You can read easily. Okay, so we don't need to discuss that chapter. Okay, now dear students, yes, now we discuss about the chapter Be a Smart Child. Now we discuss the chapter Be a Smart Child. Look, dear student, today we discuss about the chapter Be a Smart Child. Dear student, in that chapter, what would you do in the following situations? Means here the some situation is given, and we just take out the right appropriate answer. Okay, here what you do in the following situation? Take the correct options in each situation to be a smart child. Don't forget to check your answer. Now let's we discuss first para is first condition situation. What is the let's see. If you hear a blowing or hissing sound from your neighborhood, then what do you do, dear students? First option is you would yourself try to locate the source of sound, and you would go to safe location and immediately inform an adult so that necessary action could be taken. So dear student, in that para, the second option is very appropriate. So we would go to a safe location and immediately inform an adult so that necessary actions could be taken. So this is the very conceptual, and this is the very appropriate answer. So we take the options B in that situation. Okay, now look the next situation 2. We then take the 2 seconds. If your local weather service station issues a warning of flood, then what you do in this situation? Let's see, and your options are: first is you would inform other as early as possible and move to some higher ground immediately, or second option is you would follow the people who are going to a nearby river bank in order to find a safe place. Here, dear student, in this situation we prefer the option A, which is very appropriate and right options. Means in this situation we would inform the others as early as possible and move to the some higher ground immediately. This is the sufficient, appropriate and necessary condition for that situation. Okay, now we discuss next one. Next situation is, if you feel a series of tremors of an earthquake, then what you do in this condition, this situation? Let's see. Your first option is, you would stay as calm as possible and try to hide yourself in the innermost corner of the room, or you would immediately leave your house and run on the road outside. No, this is wrong options. Not in this situation. You would stay as calm as possible and try to hide yourself in the innermost corner of the room. So this is the very appropriate condition in this situation. So we take choose the options A for that situation. Now we discuss next situation, and your next situation is, dear student, if there is a landslide in your area, then what you do, dear student, in this situation? And your options are, you would quickly move out of the path of the landslide or debris flow, and second one, you would immediately rush to the site of the slide to look for your dear ones. No, in that situation we prefer the first condition, as you would quickly move out of the path of the landslide or debris flow. Okay, now we discuss next situation. In that situation, if you need to return home after flood, then what you do? And your first option is, you would to look outside for damaged power line, gas lines, foundation cracks and the other exterior damage before entering the house. And other is, next option is, you would turn the power on as soon as you enter the house and clean it properly. No, in this situation we prefer the option A, which is very appropriate and right option in that situation. Now we discuss the last situation one, which is, if the local authorities are warning against a spread of flu in the area. Okay, if the local authorities are warning against the spread of flu in the area, then what you do in this situation? In the first option, you would try to find out the symptoms of the flu allied to have spread, and the second option is, you would avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth to prevent germs from entering the body, and regularly wash your hands. So dear student, in this situation we prefer the options B, because that this option is very important and very right for this situation. Means we would avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth to prevent germs from entering the body, and regularly wash our hands. So in this way, dear students, today we discuss all that chapter, which is flowering plants, when plants turn deadly. We discuss about the hunters in the sky, and we discuss about the speak up and be safe, and we discuss about the be a smart child. So dear students, in this way today we discuss that chapters which are very important for your syllabus and for your examination. So dear student, first you revise all the topic and all the topic of that chapters, and please learn very carefully. Okay, now, and dear student, you learn and you read and learn the chapter financial literacy in next class of GK. Dear students, we discuss about the financial literacy and we solve some questions based on them. Okay, so dear students, in next class we discuss about the financial literacy, and so please in next class please you read and learn all the concept of financial literacy. Okay, so please dear student, now please you revise all the topic, all the chapters which we discuss in that class. Now in next class we discuss some more important questions of your GK exercise. Okay, now dear students, in next class we solve, we discuss the next chapters. Thank you.